guys, what is going on? Blossom is back and welcome back to another episode of Top Drives. Now, I have finally reached 100 fully upgraded epics, 100 maxed epics. That is a lot of epics to max. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I talked about my milestone where I hit 500 maxed ultra rares, and the main reason why I'm moving so quickly to max out all these ultra rares, especially duplicates of the Blossom choices, is not only because I play a lot of clubs, but also because I want to get ultra rares completed now. So most of the ultra rares I unpack in the future are going to be immediate fuse material, which I can use to max out my epics. And then once I finally max out most of the epics, and most of the epics I get after that can be used as fuse material to max out my legendaries. That's how I'm basically going with my journey here in Top Drives. Once again, I'm completely disregarding super rares. I don't care about that rarity. But what I want to say is that 500 was like the final ultra rare goal for me. I'm definitely slowing down on maxing out ultra rares now. It's been about 2-3 weeks since I hit 500 max ultra rares, and now I think I'm only heading 506. Yes, I've only maxed about 6 ultra rares in about 2.5 weeks, and that is actually very slow for my standards. And that is mainly because most of the ultra rares I'm getting nowadays are going into my epic. So expect my epic max rate to increase while my ultra rare max rate decreases. So let's talk about the 100 fully upgraded epics. What is being represented over here? So first of all, out of the 100 fully upgraded epics, 71 of them are performance tires. 71, that is 71%. See, this is very easy to calculate right now because whatever the number is that, and then the percentage. 7% are standard tires, and I'm pretty sure almost all, I think all of them are 4-wheel drive. Yeah, every single one is 4-wheel drive, because rear-wheel drive standard tires are absolute garbage. Besides the Maybach. 9% are all surface tires, 5% are off-road tires, 8% are slicks, 3% are front-wheel drive, 61% rear-wheel drive, and 36% four-wheel drive. And then I want to do the countries as well. So out of the 100 fully maxed epics that I have, 35% are American, 24% are German, 15% are British, 12% are Japanese, 5% are French, 4% are Dutch, 3% are Swedish, and 2% are Italian. 0 Austrian, 0 Australian, and 0 Croatian. That's actually crazy when you think about it, because Italy is known as one of the big 6 countries, right? But I have France, Sweden, and the Netherlands all above Italy. Now, I only know the 2 epics I have max for Italy. The one is the Abarth, whatever, it's the Grande Punto, and the second one is the Bugatti C12. And then I think manufacturer, okay, so we have 1 Ariel, 4 Aston Martin, 3 Audi, so none in the double digits yet, 1 Bentley, 8 BMW, 3 Cadillac, 3 Caterham, 9 Chevrolets, which are pretty close to double digits, 16% are Dodge, 1 Donk, 1 Fiat, 5 Ford, 1 GMC, 2 Infiniti, 2 Jag, 2 Land Rover, 2 Lotus, 3 Mercs, 2 Mitsubishis, 3 Nissans, 1 Pagani, 4 Peugeots, which is actually pretty high, 6 Porsches, 1 Ram, 1 Renault, 2 Roofs, 3 Spikers, 4 Subarus, which is once again very high for a brand I don't really like, 2 Volkswagens, that is too much, honestly. I mean, one is the Phaeton and the other one is, oh, the Synchro, no, not Synchro, W12, 1 Suzuki, and 3 Volvos. But before we get into talking about the entire collection, there's one thing I want to do. I've been low-key peer pressured into this. This is a pretty expensive offer. It is 1,899 gold. I would like to keep my gold over 70k, and I know that I have to buy my club booster pretty soon, so I'm going to be spending about 2.3k gold here, which would bring me down to about 68,000 gold, but hopefully I can get back up to 70k by the time of the update. That's going to be cutting it close, but we'll see how close we get. But one car that I've been missing for, you guys know this already, I have an option to get the Aerial Atom 1. I have been peer pressured by the Discord community to get the Aerial Atom 1, so this one is for you guys. It's for Rambucha, this is for Birdies, for MJ, and everyone that wanted me to open this. This is for you. I'm just, you know, at least we get the Aerial Atom 1, which is an ultra that I have been looking to get for a very long time. So I guess in a way I'm giving myself an ultra rare project to work on. So this would be ultra rare max 507. Ooh, 49. Nah. Triple ultra rare? Oh, triple ultra rare. Okay, that's 1 epic fuse, but like it's not, because the Aerial Atom 1, finally we're getting that. Okay, let's see what's next. 53 for the lowest. Wait. Oh. Oh, you see, I thought it was a double. I thought it was a double carbon fiber, so I expected 2 super rares and 2. That was very anticlimactic now, wasn't it? I got really excited. That was very, very anticlimactic. Okay, Aero Atom 1, we finally got it. That is the first ever time that car has entered my garage. Absolutely insane. The Lotus Esprit is a massive car to add to the collection as well, so I add that. I was really hoping to get like an epic, you know, just because this is an epic video, but it works. So anyway, let's show off and talk about the collection. So fully upgraded, let's go to the end. I want to see also, because this is something that you can't see in the statistics, how many of these epics were used for tri-series only. So I want to see how many % of the epics I've maxed were used for a tri-series. So starting this off over here, we have this quadruplet. Okay, we have the Range Rover, the Patrol Nismo, and double XT5s, and the Mirai. Honestly, the Mirai counts as well. So these 5 epics you see, I did not max them as epics. They used to be ultra rares and they went up as epics. So those 5 are kind of like freebie epics that went up because I had them as max ultra rares. I'm really sad. I kind of wish I had more Range Rovers when they went up. I wish I had more Patrol Nismos when they went up. I definitely wish I had more Mirais when they went up, but I only have the 1, and I had 2 XT5, so both of them went up at the same time. The 306 Maxi is a very recent max out. I finally got it for clubs. Really useful, but not for a tri-series. And the Bluebird, once again, I just knew how useful this was the moment it dropped with JPT. I am so sorry for those that have not had the chance to get this car, because it is ridiculous. It's amazing. So hopefully you got it when Two-Tone came out, because that was I miss Two-Tone. I really miss Two-Tone. Okay, moving on now. Cars that I was forced to upgrade. Now we're straight off the bat with 3 over here. So I was forced to upgrade the Subaru WRX and the Subaru Impreza for the Apollo IE. I know they're not very strong epics, so I'm really happy I clutched the Apollo IE in the end with 2 really crappy epics. They were basically ultra killers, so if anybody had an ultra in their hand, then yeah, they were really good. But honestly, they lost to all the other epics, so they definitely weren't my win conditions. But the Impreza WRX and the Impreza, both of these were for, I was gonna say clubs. Both of them were for prize cars. The Infiniti Q50 Red Sport 400 was also for a prize car, but it wasn't in a tri-series situation. It was for like a GT series or something like that. No, I think it was an owner's challenge. I believe it was an owner's challenge. It was like JPT Saloon, right? That's what it was. I think it was for the 918 rerun, whatever it was, for the 3rd time. So these 3 JPT cars I upgraded literally for a tri-series. So that's 3. Next one, the Land Rover Defender Works V8. This one I maxed out to get the Bugatti Chiron Sport. So that makes 4 epics I was forced to max out. The Peugeot 207 I was also forced to max out. This one's actually good, so I'm not really mad about maxing it out, but I was technically, like, I upgraded this for a tri-series. It was for the McLaren Senna, I believe. If it wasn't for the McLaren Senna, I do believe that my Peugeot 207, it would still be in my garage today, but it would be stock. I would know how useful it is, but I wouldn't like really go out of my way to fully upgrade it. So those are 5 epics straight off the bat, which I maxed out. The Infiniti Merge E, I did use this to win me a prize car. I believe it was the Apollo IE Intensa Emozione. That being said, I think I did max this car out just because I knew how useful it was, so I'm not going to count it as a strictly like prize car winning, strictly, you know, tri-series epic. The Scat Pack definitely did that for fun. The Mustang also did that for fun. The F-150 SVT Raptor. Now this one of my oldest epics to date. This was a passion project as well. In fact, fun fact, I remember when I got this car, I actually got this epic in a 5x carbon fiber because for the first time the M3 GTS prize car was given out. It was the M3 GTS prize car plus a 5x carbon fiber, and this was one of the epics that I got from that pack. This is very old. It's 1657. Later when we look at my M3 GTS, it should be the same number. I mean, it will be the same number at 1657. Very old car. I maxed it out because I love the Raptor. Same thing for the Aston Martin DBS Carbon Black, one of the first GE epics I ever maxed. 901 days old. I don't use it that much anymore. It was useful for In the Shadows, but outside of that, nah. The Porsche Cayman GTS. Ooh, this one used to be an ultra rare as well. It's funny because it started off its life as an epic. It went down to become an RQ22 Ultra back in the day, and then went back up to Epic. So I was really happy when I got it as an Ultra Rare. I maxed it out, went back up to Epic. Ooh, nice. I think it had like some stat changes as well. I think it used to be 3994. I can't remember. That was a very long time ago. Mercedes AMG C63, definitely passion project as well. I love Estates. I love Mercedes. So this one was just a passion project I want to finish off. The Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 convertible. This one was actually for a Tri-Series for the first time the Demon came out. So I think that leaves us at 6 or 7, which I was forced to upgrade. These two would be 8 and 9, I would say. If the Camaro was 7, this would be 8 and 9. The XC40 and the S80 both are respectively upgraded for the Viper GTSR. The Roof RCT, that makes it 10 max epics I was forced. That's 10% of my epics so far, forced to max for Tri-Series purposes. Roof RCT was for the Koenigsegg Jesko 335D. This used to be an ultra rare. To be fair, I think it used to be rear wheel drive, and it was like RQ22 at the time, but now it's up to 70 because it's 4-wheel drive, and I think it used to be low ground clearance, and now it's medium ground clearance, I think. But yeah, this used to be an ultra rare a long time ago. But yeah, that's moved up to Epic. I have it maxed because I had it as an ultra rare. The WRX STI Type RA, this was a passion project. It was kind of coincidental though, because I maxed it out as a passion project, but I think 2 weeks later it was actually useful. In I think the Porsche 911 GT1 race car final. That being said, it didn't really help me that much, so because I didn't win the Porsche 911 GT1 race car. That being said, that was a passion project. I actually really like the background picture of that car, and it really reminds me of the Viper ACR, the legendary as the sun and driving in the desert kind of situation. So that's not a passion project. Jaguar XKR SGT. Now this was also, I was forced to max this for an owner's challenge. It was whatever the Jaguar final was. Jaguar rear wheel drive performance tire final, whatever it was called. This one I was forced to upgrade as well for the owner's prize car, so that brings us up to 11, and then this would bring us up to 12. This one, once again, I was forced to upgrade for the Viper GTSR. Nissan Primera BTCC, this one was a passion project. This is a very new car. I think it's only about 2 weeks old. Yeah, exactly 2 weeks old at 14 days. Maxes out because I know how useful it is going to be for front wheel drive. Now, fun fact, this is actually my 100th maxed epic. I really wanted my 100th max epic to be a Dodge, but at the same time I really wanted to finish this, so I knew that when I was upgrading this that this was probably going to be my 100 max epic, unless I want to take a U-turn and max out a Dodge real quick, because my 500th max ultra rare was a Dodge, right? So it's kind of like, oh, you know, and my 100 max ultra rare was probably a Dodge as well, but I was like, nah, you know what, I want to get this car quickly done as quickly as possible, so this is now my 100th max epic. Maybe for my 200th max epic I'll make it a Dodge. And then moving on, the GMC Cyclone, this one was a passion project as well. I didn't really upgrade it for a Tri-Series purpose. CSR was upgraded for a Tri-Series purpose. I think we're on like 13 or 14 max epics that I had to max for a Tri-Series. So the K&M CSR was for the 2005, which was what was the prize for that? I cannot remember anymore. I think it was the Bentley EXP 100 GT, whatever the 2005 final was. It was for something. It was quite recent. It was this year. Aerial Nomad was for clubs, high ground clearance, off-road tires. That being said, it's just a good like city streets medium British car. I don't really use it in off-road situations. The Volkswagen Phaeton was for the Aventador SVJ the first time, so this was like 15th epic I was forced to max out. Laguna BTCC was for clubs. 911 GT3 RS. This one was a passion project. I love fried egg headlights, and I have 3 fried egg headlights maxed over here. You're gonna see them all. Lotus Exige. This was for the Chiron Sport. That's I think the 16th max epic, and this honestly is the 17th max epic. I love Dodge, but I had to max it out once again for a final. I think it was the Koenigsegg 1-1. That was American Frontier, so the Dodge Viper ACR. And then the Camaro ZL1, that makes it 17 or 8. I think we're on 17 right now. I'll check in the edits, but Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, I had to max it out for the Dodge Demon on the first time as well. Camaro Z28, both of these. One was because this is the drag spec one. This is the oldest epic in my garage by a country mile. 1,769 days. This one I maxed out for a Tri-Series. It was for the Corvette Z06. It was Chevrolet ×5 requirements. This was all the way back 5 years ago in 2017. I did not win it, but I did have 2 maxed out Camaro Z28s trying to carry me. V12 Zagato was a passion project. Spiker C12 was, I was forced to max this. This was for the McLaren Senna finals once again. So this one was definitely forced. I think we're on 18 now. AMG CLK DTM. This is like a very, very, very rare case. I did not max this for a Tri-Series final. I maxed this for a Tri-Series prelims. This was a very, very rare case. I really wanted this car. I knew it was a Hellcat killer, right? So I was like, I really wanted to max it, and it was useful immediately because like this was a car that I got from a Tri-Series qualifier carbon fiber, and then obviously the prelims start right after, and I was like, wow, I can deploy this car in the prelims immediately. I'm gonna max it out right now. So this car, I'm not gonna say that I maxed it out for a Tri-Series, but I did max it out for a Tri-Series final, but I did max it out for a Tri-Series technically because I maxed it out for a Tri-Series prelims. It's kind of crazy how much I remember all these cars, right? Dodge Viper AC SRT 10, both of these, I really hate the European car plate. European car plate on a Dodge Viper just doesn't work, okay? But I maxed both of them for a Tri-Series, once again for the Koenigsegg 1-1. So both of them is going to be what, like I think 1920. Grande Punto was for clubs, medium ground clearance, 98 handling, 4-wheel drive. Ram Rebel was a passion project, also useful for clubs, but mainly because of passion project. Like I would say clubs for cars where I don't really like, but I know that they're useful, so I want to max them, like this one. And then this one, although it's useful in clubs, I like it more than I want to use it in clubs, so I call it a passion project. These two, Porsche 911 GT2s. Okay, so the first one was a passion project. The second one was for the car that we don't speak of. It's the Jaguar XJR9. I believe it was a 2001 final, something like that, where I was very close, but yet I was so far because I was 11th. So yeah, I'm really sad because I kind of let one of my favorite cars down in the Porsche 911 GT2, one of my favorite cars of all time. But I love this car. And I do believe that the 911 GT2 has won me prize cars, even though we lost the Jaguar XJR9. I just can't remember which ones, because we've had a lot of 2000 events in 2021 and 2022, mainly 2021. Porsche 911 Carrera S, this is going to be number 22, I think, if that GT2 was 21. This one won me the Porsche 918 on the first time. Fun fact, this is indeed 323. This is a very, very, very old epic 1515. Sidewinder, I believe this was also for a prize car. I can't remember what it was. Oh, you know what? 905B. I think it was GT Series. So this is going to be 23. And then we have Charger Juice. This one I maxed out passion project. It won me prize cars, but the main thing about this was I just really wanted this car. This car was like my wide body. It was like my wide body for American Frontier, as in it was the epic I wanted the most. Luckily, it didn't take me 10 years to try and get it. Z51 was a passion project as well. JPE was actually a passion project. Not really. I never upgraded the JPE. The thing about the JPE was that I had, like, I think it was my Mercedes A45 back when Hudge would switch the upgrades for you when they nerfed an epic, and I think they nerfed like my A45 like a lot, because it went from like medium ground clearance to low ground clearance, and then it was like absolutely atrocious. And I was like, you know what, move my upgrades, and I moved it to the JPE. So I never really maxed the JPE by myself. I kind of had the upgrades moved indirectly, and obviously I wanted the JPE because at the time I didn't have the super light, so this was the best substitute for me at the time. Pretty old car. I think I got this in 2020, 910 days old. And then we have, yeah, the M3 GTS should be the same days. Yep, 1657, same days as the Ford Raptor. This is my first epic prize car max as well. This is a very, very old M3 GTS. I have two. The other one came out I think last year or something. Hayabusa was for a prize car, so I think there's 24 epic 24 cars I've maxed for a prize car. This is also 25. Impreza WRX S204 was also for a prize car for the Apollo Intenza Emozione. Or no, this was for the Apollo Intenza. What the hell did I use for the Apollo Intenza Emozione? Was it actually 3 Subarus and a Hayabusa? No, Intenza Emozione was a time when I had to use like the track edition. What was the requirement? You know what? I think it was the track edition Hayabusa, Impreza, and then the 2 other Subarus. I think that's what I used to get the Intenza Emozione, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, yeah, those 2 were definitely for prize cars. Peking to Paris was for a prize car as well, so I think we're on like 23, 20, I think it's like 25, I think now. Porsche 911 Carrera Passion Project upgraded the wrong way. A lot of you might know this, really mad about that. I have a second 911 Carrera. I want to make amends. I'll get it 233 eventually. 211 Supercharged, very, very old epic. also 323. Very old epic though. This is 2920 races. 1316, 1316 days old. The iPace fantastic car. None of these were for none of these were for prize cars. This one was actually the Donkaport D8 270 was for a prize car. So that, but this is a really good car at the same time. I think we're on 26 epics I had to max for a prize car. For the Challenger SRT Hellcats, this is an interesting one. I think 2 of them were passion projects and 1 was for silver screen. So I would say that one of these would be counting as 27, but the other 2 were passion projects. Both M3CSs were passion projects. The Chevrolet Grand Sport was passion projects. Audi RS4 Avant, this was for the Peugeot HDI FAP. So that makes it 28 epics I had to max, I think. Vanquish Volante was a passion project. This one was for the Peugeot 905B, so that's 28. E-Legend as well was for a prize car of some sort. I can't remember what it was anymore, but we'll just make that 29. Peugeot 908 RC, I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is actually a passion project. It was more for clubs. I just know how useful this car is. So yeah, this was a car that I maxed out on my own accord. C12, this was going to be 29. I maxed it out for the rerun of the Bugatti Veyron Super Sport 16.4 or whatever it's called, the blue one. Mercedes AMG GT was a passion project. This one is a drag spec one as well. Very old car this is as well. 1167 days old. This was a very recent passion project as well. The Ford GT40 race car, my American Yellowbird, and then the Viper GTSR Concepts. I think this is going to be for a prize car number 29, I believe. This one was for 30. Both of these I maxed out for prize cars. It was the American Frontier Concept, and I believe it was for the Gumpert Apollo R, if I remember correctly. So these 2 cars I actually maxed out for prize car purposes. Durango was a passion project. Chevrolet Corvette Z06 was a passion project. I was looking for this car for so damn long. I think it was Redline who was taunting me before this. I think he unpacked 2 before I finally got my first one. It's relatively young, 771 days. I can't believe I called that relatively young. BMW X3 M40i, this was for a prize car, but I forgot what for. It was the Peugeot 208 WRX. That's what it was. There were no off-road conditions. I think I was using this in the rain or something like that. Like, it was actually like really useful. 740D, I think this is my first epic I ever unpacked from a ceramic pack, so it's gonna be very old. Yes, 1728 days. My first epic from a ceramic pack. This one I actually upgraded for fun. I upgraded because, you know, it was one of the few epics I had at the time. I think this was like one of the first max epics I ever had. I remember a screenshot where I only had about 6 max epics. This was one of them. And then the Porsche GT4 was a passion project, which I eventually used in a tri-series. The 3 Charger Hellcats, they were all passion projects, honestly. They've won me tri-series prize cars, but they are all passion projects. The SRT Hellcat wide body, everybody knows this one. It's an insta-max. I maxed this on the spot within like 2 minutes, the moment I got it. So 583 days old. That also means that 583 days ago was my birthday, because I unpacked this on my birthday. How perfect that is. And I maxed it on the day I unpacked it, about like a minute after I unpacked it. So I skipped the fuses in this one. Absolutely love this. So yeah, that is definitely a passion project. See it, Pretty was for a prize car. I think it was Horror Show or something. It's the saddest thing was I didn't even win the freaking prize car, but I will count it as I think 31 that we're on. Yellowbird, finally got it, right? I mean, I had it for a very long time. I think it's over 1,000, no, not over 1,000 days, but 793 days old. So it's over 2 years old, but I finally maxed it out, and it's very useful, to be fair. So I credit it a lot. This is my second max epic of all time, 1,715 days old. This is my second, probably my second. I think the first one was the Camaro, and then it was either that BMW or the Mitsubishi Lancer. So yeah, this was passion project as well. This was passion project. This was passion project. I got this from Black Friday. It was a Black Friday offer 616 days ago. BMW i Roadster was for a prize car, so that's gonna be what, 32, I think. This was also for a prize car. This is for the Lamborghini Urus, which would be the BMW 750D X Drive, so that's 33. This is for the Bugatti Chiron Sport, which is 34. Audi RS3 Sportback, back was for the Lancia LC2, I believe, 2015 final, so that's 35. CC100 was a passion project. Superlight, passion project. Audi RS6 was a passion project. I got this on Christmas Day, I believe, or like on a Christmas offer, so I think Christmas was very close to 1,685 days ago. Let me check. I think was it Christmas? What day was 1685 days ago? Yeah, it was a Monday, December 25th. 2017. That's how old it is. Yeah, I got this on Christmas Day. My memory's not that bad, isn't it? And of course, the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 8, one of the best cars, if not the best car in the game, in my opinion. So I think in total, 35% of the epics I have, I was forced to max for prize car purposes. But in those 35, there were some pretty good cars like the Donks and the Vipers and the Porsche and the Hellcat. But there were some duds in here as well, like this Zagato. Like this car, honestly, I've never used again after the Senna. I've only used it 158 times in 700 over days, and I think most of these races came from racing against bots and clubs. It's really sad. But anyway, guys, that is it. That is 100 maxed ultra rares. I hope you enjoyed the journey. I'll be back for 200. Probably it won't be soon. It took me 5 years to get to 100 max, so it'll probably take me, I want to say, half the time to get to 200 max, so maybe 2.5, just because I'm focusing on epics now and not ultra rares anymore. That being said, I am going to max out that aerial at some. But anyway, guys, that's going to be all for today. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you found this interesting. Just a nice little history run of my epic collection. Remember to stay safe, wash your hands, and blossom out. Peace.
Bro, this song just makes me so happy.
Me too.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Sit back, relax in my Bonneville Pontiac. Hold tight all night, cruise to Jacksonville
Atlantic.
Blonde hair, don't care, look like Leslie Brooks. Pin up girls everywhere with the drop dead look. Swing it side to side as we